I am sure there is some anticipation, and there could even be a sell on the news. But the fundamentals, we put out a Bitcoin monthly piece every month, and you can see the health of the network using our on-chain metrics. The health of the network is almost as good as it gets, and it seems like this is a bull market. Sure, we'll have puts and takes. Nothing goes straight up. But I think this flight to quality, Larry Fink used that expression. We call it flight to safety. You look at what happened during the regional bank crisis. Bitcoin went from 19,000 to nearly 30,000 as the KRE, the regional bank stock index, was imploding. If you look at the bank stock index today, it is back down close to where it was in March. So when Larry might say flight to quality, which is good, it's true, we would say flight to safety because there's no counterparty risk.
Cathie Wood and her firm Ark Invest are incredibly bullish on digital assets, specifically Bitcoin and Ethereum. So much so, Ark Invest is launching 5 separate crypto ETFs. These include both Bitcoin and Ethereum products. Cathie also has 2030 price predictions for Bitcoin well over $1 million and for Ethereum well into the $20,000 range. Cathie was recently interviewed by CNBC, where she broke down her outlook on Bitcoin and Ethereum and gave her thoughts on the spot ETF approval. Make sure to stick around to the end of the video where Cathie gives her prediction on Bitcoin versus Ethereum versus Solana and answers the question, could there ever be a Bitcoin 2.0? Also guys, if you want to stay most up to date on the crypto and Bitcoin world, make sure to subscribe to my daily 5-minute crypto newsletter. It gives you the latest expert predictions, any breaking news, and top on-chain analysis all in a nutshell. Click the first link in the description to join over 20,000 others in becoming a better crypto investor right now. Now here's Cathie Wood with her crypto outlook.
With our partner 21 Shares, which is the largest crypto ETP provider in the world, mainly European focused, we are launching 5 ETFs. The strategies are going to be around Bitcoin futures, Ethereum futures, one will be Bitcoin futures and cash, one will be Bitcoin futures and Ethereum futures, and then the last one will be broader Bitcoin and companies exposed to digital assets, equities.
How much of this is a dress rehearsal in your mind for a moment in which the SEC says, okay, cat's out of the bag, you can actually issue an ETF that's directly invested in Bitcoin?
Well, it certainly is a dress rehearsal. We think there's a place. I think these strategies will be more probably institutionally focused, and I think the Bitcoin ETF will be perhaps more retail focused.
Is that something you want to do eventually?
A spot Bitcoin?
Yes.
Yes. What's interesting about it is if you look at the pecking order, our filing is next in line. I think what has happened, the change, is that the SEC actually asked us questions. I think asked us questions, asked BlackRock, probably has asked a lot. Whereas before, our filings were just rejected outright.
Okay.
So that is movement. That is significant. And, you know, over the years, I've gotten to know the research people at the SEC, and I'm very impressed. I was impressed by the questions they asked us, too. So
what were the kinds of questions they asked?
A lot of them were very technical. They're all about protecting the consumer. And, you know, of course, the showstopper, at least from Gary Gensler's point of view, is he thinks Bitcoin can be manipulated. And, you know, this is a decentralized, transparent network. You can follow all the activity online. It's highly unlikely. Well, I don't know what it is. I have wondered, there's speculation that he's interested in the Treasury Secretary position at some point. What does the Treasury Secretary...
Being fiat for the government?
I mean, very focused on... I don't know. I don't understand it myself because he definitely understands.
He understands. So it's there's something else.
There's something.
Okay, but
I am sure there is some anticipation, and there could even be a sell on the news. But the fundamentals, we put out a Bitcoin monthly piece every month, and you can see the health of the network using our on-chain metrics. The health of the network is almost as good as it gets, and it seems like this is a bull market. Sure, we'll have puts and takes. Nothing goes straight up. But I think this flight to quality, Larry Fink used that expression. We call it flight to safety. You look at what happened during the regional bank crisis. Bitcoin went from 19,000 to nearly 30,000 as the KRE, the regional bank stock index, was imploding. If you look at the bank stock index today, it is back down close to where it was in March. So when Larry might say flight to quality, which is good, it's true, we would say flight to safety because there's no counterparty risk. in Bitcoin.
In terms of the ETF that is launching, that invests in equities related to Bitcoin, what do you think will be the better performer over, let's say, 5 years? An ETF that invests in the equity related to Bitcoin or Bitcoin itself?
We believe Bitcoin will be the better performer longer term. But this is a diversified exposure through equities. There are companies, we're trying to find the company that is going to produce the digital wallet. That will be a very important position. Is it Coinbase? Is it Square with Cash App? Is it Robinhood? In Latin America, is it Mercado Libre or Nubank? But we do think that each of them has a very good opportunity in the digital wallet space. Basically, if you think about WeChat Pay, that kind of digital wallet where all financial services take place, there's peer-to-peer interaction, there's commerce over it. We believe that, the rails in the United States have been good enough, but WeChat Pay showed the way. And I think we have
But is that a one-player winner? Meaning, and by the way, Elon Musk would like to be that winner with X if he could be.
Absolutely. And I think he's got big plans. Absolutely. He started in the fintech space and, of course, sold out to PayPal. So the reason we have focused as much on Ether, Ethereum as we have is we think, that is the smart contract network. That is the decentralized finance network.
So Bitcoin and Ether, anything beyond that?
Well, there are infrastructure players. Solana is doing a really good job. I mean, if you look at Ether was faster and cheaper than Bitcoin in the day. That's how we got Ether. Solana is even faster and cost-effective than Ether. So, there are infrastructure plays. We do believe Web3, digital assets. That's a big idea, actually. Digital assets with property rights. First time ever online that we're seeing property rights.
Do you see something more perfect than Bitcoin?
I think most people understand that Bitcoin is the money revolution. This is the first global...
A lot of people don't understand that because they haven't read anything about it.
Right, private, so no government oversight, digital, very important, rules-based monetary system in history. And Art Laffer, my professor, mentor, and friend, we did our first paper on and took our first position in Bitcoin in 2015. When he understood what this was, he said, I've been waiting for this since they closed the gold window in 1970.
So there's Cathie Wood's insights into the future of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other digital assets. Cathie offers a unique perspective on the evolving landscape of cryptocurrencies. As Ark Invest rolls out its series of crypto-focused ETFs, investors will have new opportunities to engage with these digital assets through more traditional investment channels. Cathie is undeniably an expert on innovation and predicting the future. With such a huge vote of confidence for Bitcoin and Ethereum, the future ahead for crypto investors is indeed very bright. Remember, for those keen on staying at the forefront of cryptocurrency development, subscribing to my daily 5-minute crypto newsletter is an invaluable resource. With over 20,000 subscribers, this newsletter is your gateway to expert predictions, breaking news, and top-tier on-chain analysis. Don't forget to click the first link in the description to join this growing community of informed crypto investors. Anyway guys, hope you all enjoyed today's video and that provided you with some value. I'll see you all on the next one, and as always, all the best.